What's up, folks? It's your boy Bob Hollywood back with another exciting review. Today's review is going to be of this Hasbro Star Wars The Black series. Ahsoka Tano, I believe. She is from the Star Wars Mandalorian, where she is portrayed by Rosario Dawson, and that's why I am reviewing this figure specifically in Black History Month. Rosario Dawson is of Afro-Latin descent, so the character of Ahsoka isn't black. She's an alien. Well, you know what I mean. There are black aliens technically in Star Wars, but the character itself isn't. I got this figure from Ross, I believe. Yep, Ross during the holiday season, or right after the holiday season. Actually, I bought this in the month of January. As you can see, it was $5.99. There's a barcode for you. This figure came out in the year 2022. Didn't realize it was that old, but it is. If you have a Ross in your area, you might want to check them out. Even during the regular year, they have figures, and that's the price they usually are. Of course, during the holiday seasons, they're going to have even more figures. But this is probably the first Star Wars Black Series figure that I'll be opening in this style of package. I can't recall any other one. Of course, I have other ones, but as we went over Jana, I prefer the that vintage black and red box that they used to come in with the number on the side that was uniform. These look good because they have an image of the character, usually a drawing on that side, and on the back there's also that drawing. So you do get to see more of the character, but I just like the other shape of the boxes. And these still have numbers, by the way. This is 19, and there's the stripes, the color coordination tells you which series each figure belongs to. So yeah, I have. I think the first that I bought of this was an Ewok. An Ewok, because I thought he looked cool, so I bought him. I'm gonna read her bio, and then I'm gonna bust her out of her plastic prison. It says, Ahsoka Tano, a Clone Wars veteran, now wandering Jedi. Tano forges her own path in the galaxy, righting injustices that she discovers. So that's her. I'm gonna bust her out of her plastic prison. I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm back. We have Ahsoka Tano free. Ahsoka, um, you're gonna have to forgive me. If you've watched any of my videos, you probably already know that every figure that I review, I am not the most well versed in. I know nothing about this character. I know she was Anakin's Padawan in the Clone Wars series animated show, but I never watched that show. I've never seen any media that she's attached to. I stopped watching The Mandalorian during the first series, so I never got to see her introduced. I didn't watch the animated movie that she was in that was also when she was a kid. I know nothing about this character. I want to say that she is a Twi'lek. I want to say that's what her race is. But other than that, I don't know a damn thing about the character. And which is just as well. I mean, I buy figures of toys when they're like on clearance, or if it's a figure I really well and truly want, like I'll spend the full price. I bought several Marvel Legends that weren't necessarily hot commodities, but I wanted that particular figure going back years now when Warpath and not Warpath, wow, Thunderbird and Storm, that 2-pack. I bought that full price. Didn't need to buy that. I buy some things full price, and some things I buy clearance. Sometimes I buy things that figures I know the characters. Sometimes I don't know anything about them. She only comes with these two accessories, these two sabers. I don't know why they're of a clear color, and they're slightly different from each other, and they're also different from other lightsabers. Only person I could think of that had a curved lightsaber was Count Dooku, and since they're different from each other, I can't say which one of his style was more like. But both the blades and the handles are different. If they're anything like other Star Wars lightsabers, the blades should come out. Yes, the blades will come out of the handles. And when I was picking her up, talking about how I know nothing about her, I noticed that she has these little hooks on her, And I don't know which is easiest for her or which way she would carry it, meaning which was on which side or which direction it's facing. But I'm going to do it like this, as if it were a gun. And they both go on there. They're on there kind of precariously. I'm going to stomp her on the thing to see if they fall off. And they didn't. You heard how heavy or how hard I was doing it. But I'm going to take the longer one. And again, either one can go into either one, but I'm putting the long one back in the long one. I'm putting it in her right hand. Or both hands, really. But right hand is going to be dominant with this one. And clearly she can use both hands to wield lightsabers, as she has 2 lightsabers, and I doubt it's just for backup. Now, I don't remember the fighting style that Count Dooku had, meaning why he wielded it this way, why his lightsaber had that curve, but Count Dooku was kind of nice with it. But as you can see, she can hold it. I've got it held like a baseball bat or like a sword. Nothing dynamic right now. I'm just showing you holding her weapon. Alright, since we've gone over her weapons, let's go over her. I'm going to bring her up close to us. You can see that she has the white and blue hair. It is a blue. And she has white tattoos. Not tattoos, I think they're actual, like, genetically on her face, but for the sake of this, they're tattoos. And I think she looks like Rosario Dawson. The only other Rosario Dawson figure I have, and 30 years ago when, 25 years ago when I was first introduced to the actor, I never would have thought the only Rosario Dawson figure I have. But the only other one I have of her is of Claire from the Luke Cage 2-pack. And this actually looks better. I wish I would have thought to bring that out. That's the face. She's got like this orangish complexion, but it looks really natural. It looks like a human skin tone. It looks like she could be Hispanic or tan, or you know what I mean? It doesn't look very animated. So I think they did that well, bringing this animated character to real life, because her skin is obviously much more vibrant in the cartoons. She's got this top. She's got like a belt with some guards on the side. Those are separate pieces from the pants. The pants are pretty cool. I can't wait to go over her articulation because I like the way the pants are. You looking at this, you're saying, oh, she doesn't have much articulation, but she does have knee joints. She's got her arms wrapped black and some silver gauntlets that remind me of Mandalorian armor. The hands, again, that tan is really good. And her shoes, they look like boots, but her toes, she has her toes, like she's got her feet fully covered, but she's got like the toe, and that reminds me of kind of like the Japanese Geta, those sandals, but they have the socks and their toes are in there. But yeah, she's got some pretty good details. Like you can see the wrist straps. You can see the knot from her these side guards being painted, or tied. They actually painted her little chain and everything. We've all seen Hasbro skimp out on stuff like that, so we're not going to act like that's not... They shouldn't get praised for it because it's something they should do, but they haven't always done it. So when they do it, you're happy that they've done it. Let's go over her articulation. She's got the silver on her headgear. So her head is going to rotate 360. Even with the 3 braids, you got to take some work, but it does rotate. These are soft enough that it didn't limit it. And they're slightly softer than her skin. Her skin is also soft, but not as soft as her hair. And I was going to say I thought she would have went up higher than just a T, but it's cool. She does give you a T. And her arm's going to rotate at that shoulder. No bicep. No butterfly joint. Thought there was for a second. I was going to say that's kind of odd. Single jointed elbow, but it does give you that. And it rotates there at that elbow. I don't mind that articulation. I know some people do, but I don't. And she's got a vertical joint or hinge in her left hand. Same with her right hand. And also her head, not much up, not much down. Gives you the attitude. And there's also another joint, two joints in her neck. So one at the top and one at the bottom connecting to her torso. As for her torso, she's going to rotate 360. And that is just a ball joint that's giving you all your motion. Let's move down to her legs. Her legs go out fully. As you can see, this armor, or this, I want to say armor, it gives her, it's soft. It gives her her full range of motion that way at least. And then, yep, she kicks forward all the way. She's going to kick back pretty good. And I'm going to bend this knee. That's all you're going to get. It's a single jointed knee, just like her elbow. Now, normally, it's a proper joint in there. But because of the pants, they had to make some, adjustments. But it's a huge joint, as you can see. I'm not mad that she can't kick her own ass. No boot cut, but there is that same, like I said, the same way her elbow is, that's where that pivot is. It would have been nice to have an actual boot cut, but I'm not going to nitpick. You can't tell that it's not the boot rotating when you're doing that because of the way it is, but obviously you can't sit her and turn her foot. And last articulation is going to be her toes, her feet. That there's a rocker in there. So they didn't skimp on the articulation. Again, I would have liked that boot cut, but that's just me. And we've seen Hasbro be like, hey, let's just skimp on the articulation. They made adjustments where necessary for that the way her pants are. So I'm thankful for that. Let's bust out I'm about to say calculator, the ruler to get her height. It looks like it's 5 3/4. And now, let's compare her to the world famous review crew. Coming in, I'm not going to do that to you. First is going to be Andra, who she's shorter than, and Vixen, who she is shorter than. And then we're going to do Lucio and Zedmore. She is about even. I mean, I can see that Zedmore's like forehead is higher than hers, but her hair gives her some. But Lucio is taller than both. Next up, Red Ranger and his Chicago Bulls color. And Lando, another black person in a galaxy far, far away. And she's shorter than both of them, which I'm fine with. And again, I gotta do some research. I always forget to look up the real people's heights. And I should have it. The review crew is in every video. The same 6 or 7 real characters, 5 characters are in every video. But she is shorter than both of these gentlemen. And for our final size comparison, which we already know she's going to be shorter than both of them, the two tallest blokes in the review crew, Titus O'Neil and Roadblock. I don't know if I ever told this story, but my first or second WrestleMania, I messed my voice up for Titus O'Neil, man. I just kept, and yeah, it was wild. But anyway, folks, that is this Ahsoka Tano's review in this February month of Black History. And I'm going to leave you with this, man. I hope that you enjoyed this review, and if you did, that you'll be so kind as to hit the like button and also subscribe so you can come back to see other awesome reviews. And I'm going to ask you, are you a fan of the character? Are you a fan of Rosario Dawson in general? I think she is an amazing actor, actually. She's in a lot of stuff. So tell me what your favorite role of hers is. And finally, I'm just going to say, stand her up. Take care of yourself, man. Drink your water today. I got a bottle of water right here. Drink your water today, tomorrow, and the day after that. Ad infinitum. And remember, action figures speak louder than words.